Some people. Talk Memphis on this Friday the 13th. Good morning. It is the variety pack version as Ken is on vacation this morning. You have Bev Hart and Chase Cobb, Tom Franklin filling in for Ken, and Judy Shore, our producer. And in the studio, we thought we would take a little detour and take a break from Henry Brooks in that situation for a little bit this morning and take a detour into the ditch of hotness. And I do mean hotness in the literal sense. Nikki Schrader is joining us this morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let me let you introduce yourself.
Wow.
Because I'm afraid that anything I would say would get me into a lot of trouble.
You know what? That's possible because I've known you quite some time. So I'm a little bit nervous about having you introduce me as well.
As I'm sure you should be. I was trying to tell these guys, I said, well, I'm going to bring Nikki in. I've known her for a long, long time. And they were like, well, tell us about her. I'm like,
no, I can't.
I really can't.
Not radio approved.
I'm sorry. Well, you can start. You can go, oh, there was that time.
I
can't say that.
No, and then there was a time
this is
when...
how I met.
No, can't say that. So there's a lot of stories that I wish I could tell you, but I can't. So I'm going to leave it up to you to introduce yourself and then tell us why you're here.
Well, that's very nice of you.
It's very trusting of me.
It's very trusting.
Very trusting of me.
Well, let's see. Nikki Schrader would be the correct name, not the name. Nikki's hot ass would be the name that most people probably know at this point. My face seems to be. It's not flattering, by the way, as you're staring at it right now and you're looking at it and you're saying that's just not a flattering picture, and that's okay. You can think that.
All right, Nikki has been in town and has been a business person in town with a graphics company for ever.
Yeah, 28 years is what is. But actually, we opened our company in 87.
In 87, which is about the time I met
you.
Graffiti Graphics, and the graphics company is still going strong.
Very strong, and I waited. All this time to actually design a package for myself. We've been doing it for everybody else for, all 28 years, 27 years. And so finally I'm able to do it for myself.
And somewhere along the line, what possessed you to say, I think I'll make my own seasoning and my own chips and my own Bloody Mary mix?
Well, I actually did. I just woke up and said it and then I did it. Because I'm not one of those people that lives with paint swatches on the walls. I don't take a lot of time to decide stuff. So it was just I
think I'll get up today and make some hot chips.
Stuff, yeah. But it started with cooking, so cooking a lot, and then making the seasoning for myself, just in Tupperware containers, and just big barrels of seasoning for myself for my own use, and just out of convenience. And cooking and things, people would come over and they'd say, what did you put on that chicken? What did you put on that? What did you put on those beets? What did you put on, A, B, C, and D? And it was always the seasoning that I concocted. And then I started meeting people in back alleys with little baggies of seasoning because they would beg me for it. And, and it like black market seasoning. And, I would give it to them in baggies. And this went on for a couple of years. And finally, just woke up one day and my friends encouraged me, hey, this is crazy. Stop giving all this away. Let's, bottle it. So I did. And that's, that went great. We sold in local markets for, 3 years and it was selling great.
And the name of the seasoning literally is
Nikki's Hot Ass Seasoning. Well, I didn't name the seasoning though. See, people would say, I need some of your hot ass seasoning. So when it came time to actually label it and design the label, it was a no-brainer. It's not like I was going to try and reinvent it, So that's the name that it was already named. So we did that. And, seasoning, you buy seasoning and there's a lot of seasoning out there. And so it's so unique though, and it's got such a unique taste that we started making chips and things like that at home. And so then why not just package those as well? Yeah.
Go ahead and bottle those too.
Not as easy as you might think, though.
There was
Sure.
There was one time, I don't even know how it happened. We had a package of these chips here at the studio, and I somehow got to be the guy who took it home. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is that
you pushed the wrong button that day is what you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, this show starts really early, and so if I eat breakfast in the morning, I have to get up even earlier, and I don't want to do that. So I never eat breakfast before I come to this show, so I'm always very hungry when I'm leaving the show. So I made the decision when I was in my car leaving this show that I would go ahead and open The hot ass bag of chips, which I don't know. I mean, it was staring me right now.
It's not really
I don't know
a
why.
breakfast food.
It's not a breakfast. It was a horrible breakfast food, but also there's nothing to drink in my. I mean, there's nothing there. Like it was a horrible idea. I was. So I decided at that moment that if I ever met you, I'd ask a question, which is, have you ever thought about making the hot ass chips not so hot, because they're really hot?
They're pretty darn hot. I'm just going to say that. But yes, we actually have. But again, going back to what I was just saying, it's just not an easy process. The bags are, you can't just produce a couple hundred bags. We just made 250,000 bags.
Really?
Wow.
And for it to be cost effective and all this, and then to say, oh, we'll just do some mild chips while we're at it. Well, there's another $500 billion that to invest on that side, and so it's a process. And the answer to your question is yes, we absolutely are going to come out with a mild version and different flavors and all that kind of stuff. But it's a process, and we have done so much just in the past month. I mean, we've gone from an order for 250 cases to 120,000 cases to 220,000 cases.
A long way from little baggies and alleyways.
Oh my gosh,
correct?
really. So we're getting closer and closer to that next step. But because we do want to make we want that kind of product that everybody can enjoy. And hot sauce is so popular right now, but it isn't for everybody.
It seems to be, and you'd be so proud of me because yes, I've got the mildest mouth in the South.
There's no question.
No question. But I've really tried to up the ante a little bit and branch out a bit, but I'm gonna try when you come out with the mild stuff. Yeah. I'll be the first one on it.
Yeah,
I'll try
season.
I got to work my way up to it, but
spicy, but not hot.
And I wanted to have you in because we're WKIM. We're keeping it Memphis, and some people will say, well, this is like Free Plug Friday, whatever. I really, we all want to support things that are here in Memphis and that are made in Memphis, and that really, you've taken this from an idea, from selling baggies in the alleys and really
giving the baggies away.
Giving the baggies away and really brought this out, and now you're expanding it to not only producing it and selling it here in Memphis, but you're going statewide and multi-state and really putting Memphis out there, and so we wanted to support that and have you in here. And one of the things that I like about when I'm looking at your chips is if people always go, oh, chips are terrible for you. If Kincaid was here, he'd be freaking out because he's like all Mr. Kale Chip. But
this is like salad in a bag.
This is salad in a bag. Yeah. I'm sitting here looking at this going, Kincaid would approve of this. No preservatives.
Now I know why we had this interview today. It all makes sense now.
It all makes sense. No preservatives, no trans fats, no MSG, gluten-free and kosher certified in a potato chip.
Correct. I do eat them for breakfast, by the way.
I've always hated you and your metabolism. Yeah. So it's fantastic, and you'll always recognize when you did come up for the label for this. Who did you use for the model? Because the model on all of your products has the eyes popped wide open and the mouth wide open. It is obviously the reaction you'll have when you have any of the Nikki's hot ass seasonings.
Well, people, that's the big question, and is who's on the bag when our team is out selling. Well, it's me that's on the bag, but again, it's not a flattering picture. So I'm always hesitant to say, that's me.
No, that's you.
Yeah. And it's very, and people always ask me to open my mouth to make sure my dental work hasn't been photoshopped and, that I don't really have cavities that I've, erased.
You have very good teeth. Very good teeth. Your dentist should be very proud.
Well, porcelain. Thank God for porcelain. But, it's, we took that in my kitchen as a test photo for the product and just to put on a mock label, and everybody loved it. And just like the name that just kind of stuck with itself, the photo has carried on with the product and has just become sort of an icon. And we have a hot ass van, and the faces on the van too, driving around the city. So
the hot ass van. Okay, so the different products are the Nikki's hot ass chips, Nikki's hot ass seasoning,
yes,
Nikki's now hot ass
Bloody Mary mix.
Bloody Mary
that comes
mix.
out in 6 weeks.
Oh, it's not even out yet?
It's not even out yet. It comes out in 6 weeks. Delta Wholesale, which is a liquor distributor in Memphis, and they're going to start distributing it the instant it comes out. So I'll make sure that you all get it's not, the chips are super hot. The seasoning is low sodium and it's not as on fire. You can use a ton of it. It's spicy, but it's not hot. The chips are hot. I'm not going to lie about it. And the Bloody Mary mix is not quite as hot as the chips.
It's what you would
It's about what you would expect for a good spicy Bloody Mary mix. Now, if you drink it, just right out of the bottle, it's spicy. But when you put the, the vodka and the ice and all that in it, it's just perfect. It's like what a person who enjoys hot, spicy food would make in their kitchen. We've sort of done all the work, for you in mixing and horseradish and it's perfect blend. And in fact, it's on the bottle that it's illegal to tamper with the
illegal to tamper with
the Bloody
anything that says it's
like
illegal
a mattress
to tamper
tag.
with is a good thing.
It's exactly like a mattress.
Where can people get your products?
Well, the best thing to do is to go on the website, nickishotassseasoning.com, because it changes every day. Lisa Hayes is our sales person and social media expert extraordinaire, and she adds places every day. So it's crazy. We really are growing very fast. But you can get like Bogey's Deli, Lucchese's Deli, Vanelli's Deli. Miss Cordelia's downtown. But it literally in every area of the city, there's a location. So if you're
I've
South
seen you at
Haven,
Charlie's Meat Market, I've seen you everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And there 4 stores in Nashville, 2 stores in Cleveland. And once we come out with the small bags, which is also in 6 weeks, that's when we go to the 6 other states and also some delis in New York. And we're hoping, nationwide is the next step.
So the website?
nickishotassseasoning.com.
You got to be careful with that URL.
Got to be careful what?
Yeah, so you got to be careful with that URL.
Absolutely.
Yes, you
yeah.
do.
Type in very carefully.
If you misstep, there's just no telling what kind of imagery you might
And
come
it's
up with.
Nikki, Nikkis.
Mm-hmm.
NikkisHotAssSeasoning.com. Congratulations on all the products.
Thank you.
Chips for breakfast,
Chips
Chase.
for breakfast. Let's go.
Let's check it
that
out.
is actually my
Let's do
ideal
it.
breakfast. Yeah. The thing is that I'm kind of in the Bev Hart camp of being a complete wuss when it comes to hot food. So
Hey, we've
okay.
talked about Nikki's Hot Ass cereal. All joking aside, we have
You're gonna
totally
do a
talked
cereal?
yes, we've talked about
All
it.
right. You do the chips.
I'll do the testing. I'll try it.
Nikki's going to
Absolutely.
make us some Bloody Marys, and we'll be back on Talk Memphis on News Talk FM 98.9.